Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB and welcome back to the channel, guys, as tonight we celebrate back-to-back wins. You heard that right. Barca here have followed up their win over Levante with a big performance here against Real Sociedad at the Camp Nou. They came into this game as the league leaders in La Liga, but we have emerged victorious. Barca 2, Sociedad 1. I think we saw a good first half, one of the best, if not the best of the season, and in the end, we found a way to get the job done. It's all going to be discussed in today's video, so let's get right to it. Because we do have to begin with the starting lineup, which I have to say from Ronald Koeman, in terms of the team selection, it was pretty decent. I was really happy there to see Mingueza alongside Araujo as a combination, to put Longley on the bench and start there the two youngsters. Big credit there for Koeman for doing that. But I also want to talk about the formation, and in particular about the setup of this team, because it wasn't in a 4-2-3-1. It was much more actually in this sort of shape. You had Braithwaite here very much so on the left-hand side, operating out here with that width that we so desperately needed. Antoine Griezmann here found himself more towards the right today, but I wouldn't say he was a right winger. He was also playing central at times, with Messi here also taking up a central area. But in particular, the most important part of this team I felt in this game, especially there in that first half where we dominated, it was all about this midfield. You had Pedri there in a much more central area, nice and close to Messi, nice and close to Griezmann. Messi and Pedri linking up very well throughout the game. Behind him then you had De Jong, you had Busquets, and what that also meant was there was a lot more bodies here in this central area, not only to dominate possession, but also, as you're going to see, to press high, to get in the face of Sociedad, which is what we did, because from the minute go, this team, to be fair, started very well. And I really do mean that, guys, and in terms of the first half, I really did rate it that highly in terms of possibly our best first half of the season, because everybody looked understanding in what their role was. We looked like a very organised team, we had full control of the ball, everybody looked calm, we were pressing at the right time, we were winning it back quickly, and everything was functioning really well. And that's why, to be honest, on 27 minutes, it was an absolute dagger to the heart to see Barca concede the first goal. Because obviously in recent games, in our difficult times, we've conceded that first goal and then we've fallen flat and we've deserved to concede it. But today, it honestly wasn't the case. Barca did not deserve to concede in this moment. It was a set piece again that completely takes us apart. It's an individual error, to be fair. It's a very deep corner there into Porto. He heads it back centrally, and what he's going to do there, he's just going to make that run there off Pedri in behind the defence. It's a very simple move, but a very clever one from Sociedad. They do that exactly as they plan, and then it's an easy square pass there to Willian Jose, who opens the scoring for Sociedad. And like I say, that was completely against the run of play. That was the only shot that Sociedad had, really, up until that point, and it was so unjust. And I felt like Barca may feel that way. I was worried there, the heads would go down, the confidence would seep away, but I was really proud to see they didn't fall down. They didn't let their heads drop, and in fact, they hit back nearly immediately. And it was Jordi Alba, of course, with the goal, but it was the whole team there that was involved again in that crisp passing there that we saw in and around the area all game long. It was actually Griezmann there looking to find somebody in the middle there. Pedri, ball just gets away from them. It's bouncing around the area. It breaks free to Jordi Alba. And I also want to mention here a chance that he had earlier on in that first half, Alba. He actually took it on his right foot. It was saved by the goalkeeper. Later it was given as offside. And I think he had that chance in his mind when he was stepping up to this ball, and I think he thought, you know what, I'm just going to hit it. We know that he's very predominantly left-footed. We know that he loves to play on that side and that side only, but he absolutely leathers this with his right foot. Top corner, brilliant goal that it was. So much emotion as well in his celebration, especially when you consider there's no fans inside the stadium. He was genuinely overjoyed with that strike. The team were back in the game, 1-1. Barcelona back in the ascendancy. And from that moment on, certainly there right up until the end of the first half, again, it was all Barcelona. We were dominating play. We were creating some really good chances. Of course, we have to talk there about Griezmann's first big chance of the game, where he actually hit the woodwork. It again came from high pressing. You look at the situation there with Busquets, Pedri, Griezmann, all swarming around Sociedad in their own half, putting the pressure on, forcing a mistake. That's what it's all about. Griezmann then actually wins the ball. He drops his shoulder. He takes on the last centre-back, and he does everything right. And this is so often the problem with Griezmann, because in terms of the build-up play, he does everything perfectly. He gets into the best possible position. He takes on the goalkeeper. He's got to find the net. but he doesn't. Somehow, it doesn't go in. It cannons off the crossbar, and in the end, you're probably saying, you know what, that's actually quite a tight angle. You can make an excuse, I feel, on that one from Griezmann, but you couldn't really say the same about the one we're going to come on to later. It wasn't just Griezmann, though, who was missing chances in that first half, because before we did get our goal to put us ahead, there was a big moment there in the game for Martin Braithwaite, who played, I thought, really, really well in that first half. He made some good runs, he was working hard, he looked really, really sharp, and it was a nice interchange there between Messi and Pedri. They played a 1-2 on the edge of the box. Pedri gets into a good pocket of space, picks out the perfect pass to Braithwaite. He's onside, one-on-one there with the goalkeeper. Looks like it's going to be a goal, but he lifts it over, and immediately after that you can see the anger. He's beating himself up about that. He knows that he should be scoring. He desperately wants that goal, and he was really, really angry with himself. And I also want to point out here, in the moments there where Griezmann has missed a good chance, hit the bar, Braithwaite has missed a golden opportunity, what was Messi doing? He was encouraging. People talk there about Messi not helping his teammates in the most difficult of times, but in this instance, certainly he was clapping, he was trying to be enthusiastic, he was trying to get them going again, keeping those heads up. And a few minutes later, we got our reward because Barca took the lead. And to be fair, just before half-time, it was the perfect time to score, and it was a simple enough move. Messi actually plays it there out to Jordi Alba, who was very, very good right throughout the game in all of his play. Alba having a really, really good performance. Alba puts a ball into the box, a lot of pace on it, into a good area. De Jong finds himself in some space, good positioning, and a very, very good finish. Now, originally, that goal there, it was chalked off. The linesman there put his flag up, it was offside. We thought that it wasn't going to be given, but when you see the replay, he's miles on. I can't believe that was given offside there by the linesman. VAR, though, doing what it's there to do, overturning the decision, and Barca with a crucial lead, a good goal that it was, and a very much deserved lead, I felt, at half-time. However, in terms of the second half performance from Barcelona, it didn't quite match the level of the first, not really by any sort of imagination. It didn't get anywhere close to that level. Ronald Koeman brought on Francisco Trincao to replace Griezmann, and also Alenya came on to replace Sergio Busquets. But I have to talk there about Griezmann's chance that he did miss, unfortunately, before he was then subbed off, because honestly, it was such a shame. Again, we find ourselves in a good position. Pedri's heavily involved. He was absolutely excellent as well. He plays in Jordi Alba, who again plays a brilliant ball across the box. He finds Antoine Griezmann in what looks there to all of us an unmissable scenario. You just think a player like Griezmann, or any player, literally any player getting the ball in that area, it's going to be a goal. You are going to score from that position, surely. But no. Somehow, again, you're watching it, and you're just thinking, how? How has that happened? How can he not score there? But I don't really feel angry with Griezmann. I wasn't raging with him. I just feel sorry for him. I want that ball there to go into the back of the net, not just for the team, but for him as well, because he gets into the positions. But how do you not score there? It just doesn't make any sense. But like I say, Griezmann did go off after that. Trincao came on. He didn't exactly fare too much better, it has to be said, than Antoine Griezmann. And certainly there, as the half went on, I felt like Barcelona were getting more and more and more nervous. Of course, right now, we are desperate for points. Make no mistake about that. And you can see that in the way that when the game goes on, there's only one goal in it, the players are certainly getting a bit nervy. And I've got to mention here, Pedri, because what a moment it was there when we were under pressure. You can see here that Oscar Mingueza, he makes a mistake. You know, it happens. It was his only one really of the game. Makes a mistake there. Isak is in behind, running through on goal. Now you look here at Pedri's starting position. He is miles away. He's not even involved in that piece of play. He doesn't even look like there's going to be any challenge whatsoever to stop Isak from equalising for Sociedad. But incredibly, Pedri gets back in there. He shows amazing pace, amazing desire, amazing work rate to get back in, to stop Isak, to make the tackle, and not only that as well, but put his body on the line. Because as he makes that tackle, he then falls. He knows that it's going to happen, but that's the price that he pays there for stopping that goal. He clatters into the post, he bounces off it, he's in a lot of pain, but what a tackle, what desire. That's what it means to wear the Barca shirt. And what a young player he is. And the final talking point, again, as things got really nervy in the final moments, there was a shot from the edge of the area from Sociedad. William Jose it was, when they were piling the pressure on. And it was actually Ter Stegen who made a bit of an error, because he actually parries that shot that's pretty much straight at him back into the field of play. It's in a really dangerous area. It's Isak again who's there on the follow-up. But you have to say, Ter Stegen may have made a mistake in that first instance. He may have parried the ball where he probably shouldn't have. But what a recovery save. He gets back up so quickly, sticks out a right leg, absolutely incredible reflexes. What a save it was. And Barca, in the end, getting the 3 points. It was a brilliant first half for me. So many positives to take from that display. Again, we could have scored more. We missed big chances. Still, there's some nerves. Still, by no means are we perfect. But it was a big win. Against the league leaders. That's what we needed. So please do leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What did you make of the performance from Barca today in terms of that first half and indeed the second half? And collectively, what did you make of it? Of course, we're going to be talking plenty more about this game in the days to come and looking ahead to another important game at the weekend. Better signs from Barca, back-to-back wins for us now. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and I hope we continue to have these moments. I'll be back soon to discuss it all with you. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.